Hiring a matchmaking service can be a big deal, both emotionally and financially. You're investing in the possibility of meeting the person you might actually spend the rest of your life with. But here's the reality check. Not every matchmaker out there is good at what they do. Some are great, and others are basically professional time wasters. So, how do you make sure you don't get stuck with one of the bad ones? Well, it starts with picking a reputable company, of course, but that's not enough. Inside every company are individual matchmakers, and your experience depends entirely on who you're paired with. Even in top-tier agencies, there are standouts and there are duds. That's why you have to stay alert for warning signs, the small things that say, this person's not really invested in helping me. Let's go through 8 major red flags that might mean your matchmaker isn't worth the fee. And real quick, if at any time during this video you decide you're ready to learn more about working with a matchmaker, we want you to remember just how important it is to start with a quality company. To help you with this, we've included a link in the description box below to our list of the best matchmaking services where you'll get the best bang for your buck and find far more quality matchmakers who really care about your results. Again, that link is in the description box below for whenever you're ready to get to it. Now, let's get into the list. Number 1, they're always late or constantly too busy. First impressions matter, and so does punctuality. If your matchmaker is showing up late to calls, rescheduling all the time, or taking forever to reply, that's not just bad manners. It's a sign they might be juggling too many clients or struggling to stay organized. You're paying for personalized attention. If you feel like you're the one chasing them down, that's not the kind of relationship you want with someone who's supposed to help you find a relationship. Number 2, they don't seem to listen or they keep forgetting things you've already said. Nothing's more frustrating than repeating yourself over and over. If you've already shared details about your preferences or your deal breakers with your matchmaker and they keep asking about the same things, it's a clue they're not tuned in. Once might be an honest mistake, but when it becomes a pattern, it shows they're not tracking information properly. And if they're not remembering you, how can they find someone who actually fits you? Number 3, they never take notes during your conversations. This is really a continuation of number 2. You can learn a lot from watching someone and how they listen. A good matchmaker is constantly jotting things down, little details about your personality, lifestyle, or what you're hoping to find. If they're just sitting there nodding without writing a thing, that's not engagement, that's autopilot. Now, even if your call is over the phone, you can usually hear when people are pausing to write things down. Number 4, your preferences mysteriously disappear. This one is huge. If your matchmaker starts sending you matches that go completely against what you've discussed, like ignoring major deal breakers or personal boundaries, that's not creative matchmaking. That's them not doing their job. Most contracts actually spell out the criteria they're supposed to follow. If they're ignoring it, speak up immediately. You're allowed to hold them accountable, especially when you're paying thousands of dollars. While most of the tips here are about picking out the right matchmaker from the start, keeping the accountability and things on track once you've signed a contract is just as important. Hey, real quick before we get to the last 4 matchmaker red flags, if you're enjoying this content and you want to help support the channel, could you take 2 seconds and hit the like and subscribe buttons? It does so much to help the channel and it would mean so much to me. Thank you. Let's get back to the list. Number 5, they dodge your questions or just give you half answers. Before signing anything, you should feel comfortable asking every question that crosses your mind. A confident, experienced matchmaker will happily walk you through the process. But if you start hearing vague responses and, oh, don't worry about that, answers, or constant deflection, big red flag. Either they don't know what they're doing, or they don't want you to know what they're doing. Neither one of those is good. Number 6, they promise results no one can realistically guarantee. If someone ever tells you, we'll find you love, that's your cue to walk away. Seriously. Love isn't something anyone can guarantee, not even the best matchmaker in the world. What they can promise are tangible things, a certain number of introductions, that your deal breakers will be honored, that they'll communicate regularly. But emotional outcomes, that's not something anyone can contractually deliver, and when someone tries to, you know they're just trying to get a sale. Number 7, they're reluctant to put things in writing. If you request something reasonable like having specific preferences added to your agreement, and they say they can't change the contract, that's a bad sign. Verbal promises mean nothing in this industry. If it matters to you, get it in writing. A legitimate service should have no issues putting clear terms in the contract. Just make sure what you're asking for is realistic. For example, as we just mentioned, You can't exactly require your matchmaker to guarantee that your dates will fall in love with you. But if you want certain deal breakers respected, get that in writing. And lastly, number 8, you feel like you're just another name on their list. The best matchmakers make you feel like a priority, not a project. They remember your stories, they celebrate your wins, and they genuinely root for you. If your interactions ever start to feel rushed, impersonal, or transactional, trust that feeling. Matchmaking is supposed to be personable. That's what you're paying for. If you don't feel seen or understood, it's okay to switch to someone who gets you. Remember, a good matchmaking service can absolutely change your life, but only if you stay engaged in the process. Don't assume that paying a premium guarantees quality. Stay vocal, ask questions, and don't be afraid to hold your matchmaker accountable. And remember, starting with a quality matchmaking service is always the best first step. This often signifies better training, more experienced matchmakers, and even a better developed matching pool. If you want some help, again, we've shared our list of the top matchmaking service for you in the description box below. It's a fantastic next step for you to take. At the end of the day, this is your journey. You deserve someone who listens, cares, and puts real effort into helping you find the right connection. Thank you again, and if you enjoyed the content and you'd like to help support the channel, we would love it if you took 2 seconds to hit the like and subscribe buttons. It does so much to help us out. Thanks, have a great day.